Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. George Kagwe.
Hey, sisi watu wa bigi hapa maze.
How are you, sir?
Great, sir. How are you?
I'm very well.
You're
very
good?
Well. Yes.
How are things, man?
Things are going well.
Biashara?
Tumekushukuru, biashara inasukuma tu tunasukuma.
Hey.
But thanks a lot for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have George Kagwe in the house.
In the flesh.
Some of you know him as the Mpesa lady. You've seen him on TV.
Yep.
You probably even follow his YouTube channel. And a fun fact about George is, first of all, I'm honored to meet another George.
Yeah, man.
But George means nobility, royalty.
Kabisa.
So nothing less.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing
Hey,
less.
I did. Fun fact, I didn't know that.
Fun fact, yes. Karibu.
Asante
How
bana.
have you been?
Me have been good, nashukuru Mungu.
Si tunakuona tu ukipush content.
Lazima tujaribu bana. Hii kitu lazima tuchape, watu wako nyumbani wanaboeka.
Yes.
Lazima we do the needful and entertain them where we can.
Definitely.
You know?
And man, you lighten up my days.
Awesome.
There are times that I also piss myself laughing at your jokes, at your skits.
Through the day, eh?
But thanks, dude. And also you've started this thing where you coach on social media content. You give tips to content creators on social media. Yeah. What's the page again?
So, I mean, the main thing there is we are coaching. I've been doing it actually for the past 6 years and enabling businesses. I call myself a digital enabler. So I've been enabling businesses on the social media platforms. And the fact that I was successful based on strategies that I told people on was a great case study. So now I've just restarted it. And I want to be able to tell people for free, just give them free advice on how they can be able to leverage on these social media platforms. Easy mitandao, they are there for us to make money from those platforms and enhance our business. So now especially kwa sababu ya hii kitu inaitwa COVID-19, watu wamekuwa nyumbani wanashindwa sasa, how do I start a new career, what do I do and stuff like that. So it's been an awesome opportunity just for us guys as an organization called Bauer Connect to just bring a little bit of sanitization to the platforms. We want wholesome content. George, we want the kids to have content they can watch as well. Exactly. So we want to enable businesses. Kids should watch this show and feel enlightened. And so that's what we just want to bring positivity to the platforms in general. Yeah, man.
Now, people see you, but I don't know whether they know a lot about you. I mean, just give us a rundown. Give the audience a rundown about yourself. And yeah.
Nice. My name is George Kagwe. Gojiri is my name. There was a bit of confusion. I was supposed to be called Gojiri, but my dad took it and made it our son name. So I took his name and made it my son name. And so we are called the Kagwe family because I have one wife, one awesome, amazing, beautiful wife. We are blessed to have had 3 kids. We say 2 are angels, but 1 is here with us. The others were called before it was there. We could see them. And I'm generally an entertainer. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm in the digital space. We have solutions for WhatsApp and stuff like that. So I've been an entrepreneur since 2015. That's why it's been good. And generally my vision in life is to bring a little bit of sunshine to everyone I encounter. So you who's watching, have I brought sunshine to your life? That's the question. No, mine is not storms and lightning and thunder. It is sunshine.
How did your whole social media journey begin and when did it begin?
My social media journey began in 2015. At the time, I had not. My good friend Richard Estanjao was working. Who's now the guy doing CTA, the Playhouse. He was working at Google at the time, and he was now what we call a YouTube enabler. So he's a Google Plus evangelist and a YouTube enabler. And so he used to have these forums where he calls artists, actors to the Google offices and train them and tell them, guys, we're here to support you. We will give you equipment. We will start your YouTube channels. And guys, I remember musicians used to ask the guy, dude, us guys just want music videos. He's like, guys, I want you guys to start vlogging on YouTube. Yeah. And out of him evangelizing, he only had like 2 people. One was his wife, Masin Joki, who started 52 Weeks, 52 Songs, and Caroline Mutoko. They are the only guys who signed up. And then later on, now myself. So when we started Caroline Mutoko in December of 2014. In 2015, May, is when I started my YouTube channel. And I started by just doing commentaries. Like, you know, there were floods in Nairobi then. That's what I started doing, addressing it to Kidero in a funny way, taking people's FB posts, putting character into it, so using them as scripts. And then later on, I started now mimicking different situations. Jeff Koinange, you name it. Different people, different situations that were Kenyan. My thing was to just bring thought-provoking kind of content. It's funny, but at the end, you're like, eh? And you even ask Kenyans, we are like that, eh? And so, in the long run, as I do that, we get contacted. We've just started our business at that time, our business for digital at that time. And then guys now are hollering at us and they're like, hey, those videos you're doing, can you do for me? I love selling houses. I have land I'm selling. That's how we started our business, by the way. Because Richie is doing his thing for 52 weeks, 52 songs for Masin Jockey, and I'm doing my videos. And so at that time, I put it on hold a bit, because now we're getting busy. We started a company. It's like a baby. Now we have to take care of this baby. I get back somehow in 2018. And then when we shut down the company last year, I came on full swing. And, you know, and for me, it was amazing, because after you shut down a company, you're always asking, you're looking up to God and you're like, Mungu Baba, niambie, what should I do? And I remember God smacked me a nice, good one. It's like, you're lazy. What do you have in your hand? What talent do you have? What platforms do you have there? You know, you are telling all these businesses to do these strategies. Do it yourself. Let's see. And I started doing it. And so I had different characters. So I had the butchery guy. I had the you guy, my guy. I had this American swag guy. Hello, how you doing? You know, I'm from Los Angeles. You know, and you have all those kind of characters. Then one night, I think about doing this. I'm like, I tell my wife, let's do this Mpesa lady character. And she's like, okay, what's the thought behind it? I remember it was a Tuesday. What's the thought behind it? I'm like, the thought behind it here is we need to show how our customer service is so wanting, you know, for different services. You go to a restaurant, you go to a Mathri, anywhere you go, like it's like you're begging people to serve you and you're paying them. And so she's like, perfect, let's do. So I do the first Mpesa lady video. And I remember I didn't have a lot of makeup and everything. And so I started doing it. And man, so I put it up, I edited it and put it up like at 1 a.m. So the next day, of course, you're waking up lazy, whatever, crawling. I go check my phone. I couldn't believe it. Notifications. I had never seen so many notifications in my entire life. Subscriptions on YouTube, Instagram. I do more. Now I wake up now and I did like 3. The next day 3, like that. I said, let me put my head down. I won't even look at numbers. Let me just do. So imagine if Mpesa lady was at a restaurant. Imagine if Mpesa lady was a nurse. Imagine if Mpesa lady was a conductor. Imagine if Mpesa lady was an online taxi driver. So I do all those scenarios. Dude, before I know it, it's gone viral in the region. And I didn't know it. Like now, I get called. Willis Raburu calls me and is like, hey, boss, I need to interview you. I'm being called on this station. Come. That's when I'm like, okay, what's going on? I go for interviews. I come back. My numbers have skyrocketed. I've gone viral. Everybody's saying, yeah, you've gone viral. I'm cancelled on Twitter. Twitter cancelled me, man. But then, you know, Jeshi, the Jeshi came through and they uncancelled it. They had cancelled that thing. So it was such an amazing journey. And, you know, thus far we've come, you know, I always credit it to the consumers, the audience. Of course, I credit it to God, my wife who helped me through this journey, but also the consumers. And the consumers are the guys who really, they watched that content. Guys supported, subscribed. Your Jeshi comes and is like, guys, don't skip ads. Let this guy earn money from this. It was a very low moment for me because I've shut down my company. I don't know how I'll feed my family. I don't know how I'll pay school fees, how I'll pay rent. And, you know, people were coming through. Deals were coming through. And so that's basically how my social media journey started.
Wow. Tell us some of your highs and lows.
The highs I can say is, let me tell you, the biggest highs I've had is when people have the courage to DM me and tell me they were either about to take their own life or they were going through a very hard, difficult time. Some people's marriages have been on the line. Some people have lost their jobs. Others have lost their children. So when we tell our story, for example, like I mentioned here, us guys have lost 2 kids before. The highs for me have been the fact that people come on board and they're like, and they DM us and they're like, guys, thank you so much for sharing. I almost took my life. Like, I received like last year I received like 3 to 5 those kind of DMs and messages. People come into the comment section and they're like, you made my day. And you know, it's very easy for you to take that just as a whatever, they're just commenting. But literally, there are people who you really make their day. You lighten up their day by doing that piece of content. The laws for me have been just around the numbers, you know. And here I say, it's not that I don't mind having low numbers. It's that unfortunately you find yourself that you'll get to a point where you start focusing on the numbers. And that's why, like, if people exclusively, I can now say that's the reason why I've taken a break from Mpesa Lady. Because every time I used to do Mpesa Lady, I forgot the vision. And the vision was to bring a little bit of sunshine, to make people happy. I started focusing on, hey, hii video imepata views ngapi, hii video imereach who, instead of me focusing on the comments, like who has it changed their life. And that's why even now I've changed content and I'm doing more content around marriages. 1 year marriage versus 7 years of marriage, right? Because I want to be impactful in that manner. I don't want to be impactful in numbers. And of course I'm getting back to Mpesa Lady, and that's a low for me because I don't want to focus on numbers. Like, I never want to focus on numbers. I never want to focus on fame. Fame is just a tool. It's rather a byproduct of the tool that I have. And I want to use fame for good. And so I can say in general, that's been the highs and lows.